Hello, Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards, Aries. Let us see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. Talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Not just your sun sign, but wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Even if you're on the cusp of Taurus or on the cusp of Pisces, or if it's your MC or IC, or if it's your Chiron, check your birth chart. We have a link for birth charts below in the description. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. All right, let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see what's in your cards. I've already prayed over the cards, already cleared the energy. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what this weekend looks like for you. Okay, somebody, it's all about family. It's all about legacy, right? And staying focused. What do you want your legacy to be, right? So somebody is definitely staying focused and leaving behind some other things, right? So your focus is tight. You're thinking about legacy. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? I feel like somebody's ancestor is right here. Just kind of sort of, maybe if you have pets, if you like dogs or something like that, you may not have any dogs, but you may have grown up with dogs. You may have had dogs in your family. But somebody could be thinking about that's part of your legacy. It's just like having pets around, having, like diversity in your family. Somebody could have like just like a just kind of open-minded view of some things, right? And so you're thinking, what do you want your legacy to be? Like, what do you want to, especially when you're talking about family, like what do you want your legacy to be as you're moving through? Here we have the Knight of Swords, as you're trying to stay focused and leave behind some things, right? I see somebody moving on, and people may feel like, there were some cracks in a foundation with two loved ones, two types of loved ones in particular, especially one. You didn't realize there were some cracks in a foundation, there. So once you move on, it was almost like things just kind of sort of like the cracks started to show, right? Those cracks started to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Here we have the Page of Swords here. It's like somebody who felt like they were walking on eggshells, like they were just, their anxiety level just increased. Like they just felt like they have, like they all of a sudden start becoming an open book, start talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And so you didn't realize how somebody didn't realize how fragile something was. But I see you finally moving on from something else. You're cutting ties from something else, and you're putting a manhole cover over the past, right? So closing it out airtight, putting a manhole cover over the past. In other words, you've forgiven some people. That's long and short of it. It's like you've forgiven some people. I feel like somebody really likes diversity in their family. I feel like somebody really likes the dogs, the cats, the goldfish, the whatever other kind of animals you could have in the house. Somebody likes to have, elders around. Somebody likes to have the, different backgrounds around. Like somebody likes just the diversity in just your traditions, like traditions and all this, and in terms of legacy. So that's something that somebody is drawn to. And so all that other stuff, who stabbed you in the back, who thinks that you're holding on to secrets or not telling this or not saying. So it's just saying you're finally moving on from that, because again, you can sit there and listen to a whole bunch of voices around you about this and that, and get even more hurt, or you can say, okay, it's time to follow suit. I can see why some people move on from that kind of stuff. I can see why people just move away. They don't want to hear all of this negative stuff. So that's what you're saying. Something finally gave you what you needed to put a manhole cover over the past and say you're moving on from something. Something you just decided you need to move on from. So whatever it is as far as legacy, you don't want that to be a part of your legacy. So something pushed somebody to the light side of Emperor energy instead of it's your way or the highway. So that's a good thing. So somebody decided to be a little bit more, like I said, water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds. So you could have had a talk with somebody. Somebody could have said, you need to stay focused. You're moving through a rite of passage, because you got 6 here and 6 here. And so it could be like two energies where you feel like are trying to, they're on a path, and there's a lot of ancestors around, a lot of ancestral energy around. So something you're just saying, you're just closing something out airtight. Something you're just moving on from. Yep, Tower card. Yep. Like I said before, something put you in a total recall of something. Something brought some memories of some things back of what was said around people, what was said to people, all kinds of stuff. So something brought something to your memory. But something also brought to your memory your purpose. Somebody has a good heart, somebody loves deep and they love hard. And really good-hearted people usually get hurt. They do. People who are givers, they don't, it's like they can't stop themselves from giving. It's like, and then the fact that you all could be quite an impulsive sign. So when somebody needs some help, you just give them some help. So when somebody needs you to come go to their house and babysit their kids, bam, you the first one doing it. Somebody needs you to pick up a paintbrush and start painting, boom, you the first one there to go help paint. So Source is trying to break somebody out of that just impulsive, whether it's jumping to conclusions, racing to somebody's aid, grabbing a fire hose, and you're not even a part of the fire department trying to put everybody else's fires out. Source is trying to stop somebody from doing that and slow down and say, okay, I need to add some structure and authority to my life just in general. I'm not going to just hurry up and rush anything anymore. So it's two situations in particular somebody is just moving on from. It's two situations in particular somebody's going to stop thinking, oh, somebody's holding on to secrets. They know this, they know that. They talking about this and that. I don't know somebody's going to move on from that. Like I said, and that's what's going to help to keep you focused and move forward. Yep, and sources about listen. I hear y'all, Aries, talking about how impatient you all are. Okay, if that's what you say, okay. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you, but listen, Source is trying to speed up your prayers. Whatever you pray for, Source is trying to speed up your prayers. So stay focused. Yep, there's your card, Emperor card. Like I said, pushing you to the light side of Emperor. You see this Ankh right here, helping you to balance out divine masculine to divine feminine energy. Not just being impulsive, jumping to conclusions, taking action, all of this. Source is saying against flesh and blood. Source is saying, I need you to be a prayer warrior. If you're going to go to war for something, and go in prayer. Prayer warrior. So somebody's having a tower moment. And so here we have the Chariot card. So somebody could feel like they're at a crossroad right now trying to decide how to proceed. Source is like, you're actually going to be rewarded for taking the high road, actually. Yeah, you're actually going to be rewarded. It's two situations in particular you're moving on from. And Source is actually saying you taking the high road is going to actually be a big reward for you in terms of family. The Source is saying everything is fine. Everything is fine. That's why I say there's one energy in particular. It's just everything overall is fine. But it's one energy in particular somebody could have been a little worried about. Like, okay, are they going to be okay if you move on from something? Source is saying everything is fine. This is where you got to really, really trust Source. Everything is fine. So there you are. Talk to men and women. Aries. Source is saying, I see you traveling. You have like I said, sea of opportunities that lie ahead. Depth of creativity you have, and that's what Source is going to speed everything up for you, so that you're not carrying around this burden and this feelings of bitterness. Source is going to make sure you're so busy, booked and busy, you don't have time to be burdened and bitter. You be too tired, you just fall into the bed like you on that old swimming commercial where the person just fell into the water with just like they just laid into the water. That's what it's going to feel like for somebody at the end of whatever your day is, just going straight to bed. You don't even have time to think about how big of a heart you have and how many people talked about you behind your back or stabbed you in the back. You don't even have time to even think about that. Source is going to speed it up to help speed up until you're divinely protected in your vulnerability. So it really where you put your energy. It really is where you put your energy. King of Swords. And a lot of it has to do with who you're talking to, who you're around, who you're talking to. So if you got the phone ringing and there's people who are talking negative, low vibrating stuff, I wonder what secrets they got. I wonder what this and that. So say put your head in a book. This is a great time to learn something new. Put your head in a book. Increase your knowledge. That's what all this is right here. Increase your knowledge, not the knowledge of gossiping, because you're going to be waking up from some more nightmares. Every time you have a nightmare about something that could be totally unrelated to what you got going on right now. So it's like journal it. If you feel like you need to cleanse by fire, toss it into a burning bowl. Because you're going to be waking up from nightmares, not just about one particular thing, a lot of them. So Source is really trying to help you learn how to speed up your blessings by putting your energy into your purpose. That's how somebody, that's the whole purpose. So it's, instead of saying, I have such a good heart, people keep taking advantage of me. So it's just saying, I'm trying to break you out of this. Keep giving, 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 like you can't stop yourselves. So it's just saying, you're going to stop yourself from just giving chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. Focus on your purpose and let Source take care of the rest. Let Source handle the rest. Yep. Here we have the Page of Cups. So good. You got some good news coming across your path. Good news coming across your path, right? Yep. You're taking your power back. There it is, the Magician. You're taking your power back. Yep. So that you can stop speaking nightmares back into existence. That's what somebody's doing. Y'all remember, like on scary movies, they'll keep saying this the name over and over and over again, and it's just it's invoking nightmares for somebody. So Source is saying you're gonna stop talking about the same thing over and over and over again and let Source handle something. Your motivation is changing. Yep, somebody has love coming across their path. Four of Wands. You have a new and exuberant love trying to come in. It's been trying to come in, and I feel like somebody's gonna be now motivated to get back in the saddle again. So remember, this is going to be a super full moon in your sign, so you all are going to be affected the most by it. So it's like you think you supercharged on a regular full moon. This is going to be a full moon in your zodiac sign. It's a super one at that, right? So it's like you're really doubling down on just keeping all the negative comments, the snide, slick out the mouth comments away, watching your ear gate, eye gate about whoever, whatever, so on. How you built your legacy, all of that. Sources like you, it's the company that you're gonna keep. This cycle ends on the end of this month. I think October 31st. So it's saying it's gonna be best for you to keep the air clear around you. If that makes any sense, just keep the air clear around you. Be careful what you're watching on social media. All of that. Yeah, and definitely stay away from ruthless energies. Yep. So, I definitely see you taking a leap of faith. Somebody may be going back to school. I'm seeing this a lot in a lot of people's readings. Like something about just learning about legacy wealth. You may be taking some wealth classes, like financial literacy classes. Anything that's going to keep your mind fresh with new ideas of just like how to increase your wisdom and knowledge, because a lot of people during this super full moon are going to be waking up to a lot of things, and it's going to challenge, do you know why you're here on planet Earth? What is your mission here on planet Earth? That's everybody. Everybody. So yeah, that's how you're going to take your power back. That's how you're going to be walking around confused. I'm at a crossroad. I don't really know what to do. You'll know what to do. Keep that right at the forefront. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Some things feel like instant gratification until it becomes your legacy. It overshadows your legacy, if that makes any sense. You know, like when we hear about people who have transitioned, or they're only known for certain things. No matter how much good they've done, they're only known for some dark whatever act or whatever. Source is saying to you, think about your legacy. What do you want your legacy to be? This right here. Don't sit around getting bored, feeling like your back is against the wall. What do you want your legacy to be? Like I said, instant gratification is, like I said, tempting. It makes you tempted. You know, waking up from nightmares and this and that. But again, it's not just nightmares about one thing. It's a lot of them. So who you keep around you. That's why that's why you got so many ancestors around you. So even if you feel like you're headed out the door and there's a time split, like you said, okay, I forgot something. I forgot my keys. I forgot it's a time split, right? Or I ran into traffic, or there was a detour. All of that is by divine design. What Source is trying to do is reroute somebody to stop being so impatient when it comes to who you feel hurt you, or who thinks that you hurt them. Like if Source knows your heart, Source is saying, I'm going to protect you, but you also got to put the work into it too. You also got to learn how to be in receiving mode. And the receiving mode is to stay focused on what do you want your legacy to be, right? And we have the Knight of Wands. So somebody may go hiking. Somebody may be going hiking. Yep. So here we have the Ace of Coins here. So some kind of a new partnership is forming, but yeah, that instant gratification when you start thinking about how big of a heart you have, how good of a person you are, and how you feel like somebody hurt you, all of that, Source is saying. But if that's what you want your legacy to be, you're having a double tower moment. A double tower moment. So Source is really, really trying to get somebody in, you know, come out of their feelings and being impulsive and feeling like you're powerless. So you're having a double tower moment. So that's like a double awakening to something. Like, okay, stay focused on purpose. And purpose is really the very essence of who we are. It's not a job title. It's not property. It's not a car. It's, you know, well, that's property too. It's not the physical, just the physical world. That's those things that you worked hard for. But it's really ultimately to become a better human being. To become a better human being. Because there's two sides of the sword. Meaning that whoever you feel like hurt you, they feel like you hurt them too in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that's the Source is trying to help you to like sign a new contract with yourself. You're trying to manifest something. You know, you're trying to manifest something that's of value to you. Money, property, something you're trying to manifest. And so Source is saying stay focused. That's why you're having a double tower moment, right? So, yeah. So go if you got all this energy, your mind is somewhere else, maybe it's time to go take a hike. Go into the wilderness, go horseback riding, go on a date, do something, get on a plane, go shopping. I mean, go somewhere, do something, right? So that you don't tarnish your own legacy. Here we have the Moon card. Somebody feels like from your past they got secrets or something on you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. None of that matters. Yep. Here we have the Queen of Swords. Yep. So, and here we have the Two of Cups. Again, soulmate energy coming into your life, right? Soulmate energy. Possibly already in your life. Possibly already in your life. So this is going to help you to go back to childhood memories, something that's nostalgic. Just to remind you of dreaming big again. Like, you know, dreaming, okay, you have this dream of this legacy. Somebody's going to help you to go back into that mindset, right? So here we have, it could be a Scorpio, actually. It could be a Scorpio that's helping you. Here we have the Three of Coins here. Yep. So, again, teamwork can make the dream work, or it can be a nightmare. Right? Here's the Lover's card. So some kind of a partnership in business and or in love coming across your path. And it's already been decided by Source. It's already been decided. Then we have the Strength card to help you to remain meek and not come across as like you're in survival mode. Yep. So, the Nine of Swords connects us with Gemini. We're not talking about any Geminis that you know. I mean, if it happens to be a Gemini involved in something, but we're not talking about any Geminis that you know. We're talking about how, like, things are said that, you know, could have caused you a nightmare, could have caused other people a nightmare. I think a lot of people are also forgetting, too, that the devil is really in the details of all of this. And when things are just, like, flaring out, a lot of people don't want to hear that. They're like, oh, and I just want instant. I want to know this. It's just instant, this and that. But it's going to help somebody to go right back to the memory. What is your legacy? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Here's the King of Swords here. King of Wands here. So, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? A person who lets Source fight your battle while you pray. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, right? Then we also have the King of Swords here. So somebody is saying, you know, you've grown. Yep, hey, you know you've grown. Here we have the Seven of Wands here. I mean, Seven of Swords here. Yeah. It's a lot of things that's floating through the air right now. Looking at your card, a lot of conversations, a lot of hurtful things that are floating through the air right now. And it's best for you to get away from all of that. Best for you to get away from all of that. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about a lot of different things in terms of legacy, competing, comparing. My family's better than yours. And this is within families. Like aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, talking about their family is better than somebody else. All this hurtful conversation. Ooh, did you know this? You heard that? All of this. So it's like somebody may need to just go on a trip, go on a vacation, for real. Somebody may need to just go on vacation, get away. Somebody who rode a motorcycle is also telling somebody you need to get away. You need to go somewhere. You just need to get away. Get away from all the ruthlessness. Like it's like you and somebody need to free yourselves from all of this ruthless, all the conversation that's going on. It's like you and somebody need to do something, like go away somewhere. But love up on yourselves more. Should you double back for them? So one yes from God is all that you need. Just one yes. But there's signs all around you, but much better lies ahead. It was like somebody was trying to... Let me see. Somebody has a lot of family members. Okay, hold on. Somebody has a lot of hurt family members who hurt you. Something about somebody's name being left off of a will or something is talking about legacy, like somebody trying to cut you out of the legacy in the family, cut you off from something. It could be siblings that's trying to cut you off from something, Aries. And just take what resonates with you. If this is not your situation, then just take on what resonates with you. But that's what I'm picking up on, is like people being very low vibrational, keeping a bunch of secrets, trying to cut your name out of some kind of legacy having to do with something. Maybe you and somebody else. Could be like you and your kids. Like it's almost like once you okay, this is what it is. So for somebody, whoever, take only what resonates with you, Aries. It's like once you got focused on your purpose, like this card right here could look like somebody is running away from something, but they're not. They're actually getting focused, like laser focused on purpose. And so once you stop coming around, once you stop going to functions, that's when the conversation started talk. That's when the conversation, let's cut them out of this, let's cut them out of that, let's cut them out. Some of y'all may have already gone through that already, but here's the thing. Source is saying you don't need to build your legacy with people who have stabbed you in the back. You don't need to do that. You have your own legacy. So what Source is trying to do, let's say for instance, your siblings are fighting for something and they're trying to cut you out of something. Source is saying that's the time for you and your kids to get together closer. Kids, grandkids, whoever. That's the time for y'all to really bond together closer. Start the forgiveness, the conversations, the whole 9 yards. Because y'all have just as much of a rich legacy as siblings, if you have siblings, whatever. Because it's like somebody trying to cut somebody out of some kind of a legacy. And they're all coming together like a team of energies. Like they've all decided we need to cut somebody out of some kind of a legacy. And I'm talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart. And here's the thing. If you're dealing with those kind of cutthroat people, you're going to take a page out of another loved one's book who has said they don't want any part of the legacy. Y'all can keep it. They basically it's not even about the money. It's about, if that's their love language, whoever this is, whoever these people are, if that's their love language, then there was never any love. For them, it was all about the material possessions. Money in the hands of fools, right? Y'all know the rest, ... So you don't want to be around people who are motivated by just like taking your legacy. You don't want to be connected to that. You don't want to be connected to that. Okay, so yeah, so Source really wants you to I feel like somebody's going to take a page out of another loved one's book. It could be one of your kids. It could be another sibling, a loved one. I'll just put it this way, right? It could be a friend that it can be anybody that has moved on from people who only care about money. We're not talking about We're not talking about somebody that you may have, like there could have been an exchange. They gave you something like uh, gifts, or you gave them gifts or whatever. We're talking about legacy wealth. We're talking about somebody who is trying to take houses, cars, life insurance policies. We're talking about on that level, that magnitude. We're not talking about just, this person, whatever. So source is saying to you, something is going to bring you together with your core loved ones. Something is going to bring you together with core loved ones. Like if you have kids, with your kids. Because this right here lets me know that some kind of a new partnership is being formed, and it's not even going to take y'all that long to get together, because y'all see how some people, like, you like the diversity, you like the, somebody's going to start looking into how the richness of what you already have. So if it's you and a spouse, or if it's just you by yourself and you have kids, or if it's you and a spouse that have kids, y'all going to look at your kids or each other and say, okay, look at the wealth that we have together. So if somebody's trying to cut you out of something, source is saying, hey, let them have at it. Let them have at it. Look at the wealth that you got right there in front of you. So that's what source is trying to help somebody do, is like learn how to really appreciate what you have right there in front of you. And these energies would be fighting you so hard if they didn't admire what you have. They wouldn't be keep trying to put you in, talking about, I got secrets, I know this about you. This kind of stuff. I believe this, I believe. Source is saying, you're going to move on. Be patient. The answers are coming. You have the gift of deja vu. That's remembering the future. It's almost like you've been here before. You've already been here before. Somebody is amongst incubi and succubi spirits. So wealth is within your reach. And so, yeah. Wealth is within your reach. Make a list of pros and cons. You have a whole new attitude now, but it's time to do a third eye chakra cleanse. Time to do a third eye chakra cleanse. Yeah. So, who is in a incubus, succubus situation? Because your prayers are going to alert you to what's going on here, right? Because you could assume, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could assume that one person is around a lot of sex demons and they're not, right? But then you looking in the, so sometimes it's the subtleties, and sometimes you can think, oh, I never even thought about that. They're around, every time you turn around, they're with this person, this person, this person, this person. We're not talking about people who were married, like to people. We're talking about they jumping in this relationship, that relationship, this and that relationship. Sometimes it can be the subtleties that you don't even recognize. You know how sometimes people will give like guys a notch in their belt. Oh, you got a lot of girlfriends and stuff like that. But it could be much deeper than someone thinks. They could be collecting other people's demons, and that's pretty serious. Or if you feel like, okay, oh, this person is, or a young lady or whatever, could be dating around, and they could be collecting demon, bringing stuff into something, like bringing it into the fold in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So source is trying to help somebody, and people are collecting secrets on them that will become a part of their legacy. So that's what source is saying. I need you to slow down and think about what you want your legacy to be, and what information you're passing on to other people. So when you're passing down that information to your kids, and you're saying, hey, listen, people will try to use your past against you. Soon as you start believing in yourself and start finding your light, people will try to drudge your past up. All of that stuff is not good when people are trying to create legacy. So that's what somebody is learning how. That's going to be part of your legacy, is sitting around having conversations with people. That's going to be a part of your legacy. If that's, is that what you want to be known for? Having 50 kids spread all around everywhere, or whatever the situation is, get time to get some new motivations to get focused. So here we have, I treat my body with love and respect. I release the need to control the people in my life. I give thanks for the abundance and the peace and joy that is flowing into relationships. Yeah. So those are the kind of conversation I feel like somebody may be having. If you have kids, with your kids, do you want that to be a part of your legacy? Because it can really be very painful where nobody really knows any solid information about anything. Everything is an assumption. So source is saying to you, those are the conversations I feel like somebody's going to be having. You're going to surrender to the divine. That's right. Surrender to source. And thinking about what you want your legacy to be. So something is going to feel like a homecoming for somebody. Somebody could be, somebody could be traveling to your home. Somebody could be traveling to your home. Or you could be traveling to someone else's home, right? But it's going to feel like a warm, like a fireside chat, like a homecoming. But I'm so thankful that all of my wants and needs are always met at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I'm living the life of my dreams. I acquire everything my heart desires with ease. So yeah, so these double tower moments are actually going to be a really good thing for you all, because it's really every time you want to take your focus off of something and get out of alignment and be hurt about something somebody said or you heard or some kind of dark magic or whatever, it's going to bring you right back to focus. Like stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. You have a good heart, you love deep and you love hard. And but other people love deep and they love hard too. But source is saying, but that's going to let you know when you feel like your heart has been like a sword has hurt you, like you just feel powerless or whatever the situation is, that's going to give somebody the key from now on. Spring forward, move on from something. Stop talking about it. Stop talking with people about certain things. Something, because that's invoking nightmares for you. So, yeah, surrender to the divine. And that's what the double tower card is for, is just stay focused. Stay focused, because like I said, soulmate energy coming across your path. If you feel like when you feel like your back is against the wall, you feel like you're overthinking something and you're getting spiritually dehydrated, pour into yourselves, because that you're getting prepared to be able to recognize a soulmate, a member of your soul community when they come across your path. Because if you're spiritually dehydrated, you'll just take anything. You won't know you won't know what that is coming across your path, what the intention is or what. So that's what I feel like somebody's going to be doing. That's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye.